What's good, YouTube? Message. It's your boy Jay Weezy. Welcome to Jay Weezy's World. So it is a beautiful Saturday in this hot Arizona sun. Sorry for the glare. In the lab, as always. It's Saturday, August 9th. It's 10:58 in the morning. I'm outside LA Fitness, and I want to take you guys along my day. I'm gonna hit legs and I have a few errands I have to run. Wife and I later on, we're gonna go check out that movie Weapons. I think it just dropped. If you haven't seen the trailer, check out the trailer. It looks really good. If you've seen it, leave the comments down in the comment section below and let me know what your thoughts are. I'll let you know what my thoughts are later on in the video. But I gotta get my car detailed and I wanna talk about a few things really quick. So what kind of person are you? I have my workout on my phone. I'll put the workout in the comment section below. Do you write down how much you're lifting? Do you put it in your phone? And what do you actually write down or track? So like, let's say you're doing barbell curls and you're doing them for 40 pounds. Like barbell curls or curls in general, or biceps is kind of my weaker point, I feel. I'm not as strong, but so if you're doing 4 sets and you did 4 sets of 40 or 1 set of 40, and you feel good, and so you go up to 50 or 60, whatever, and you finish the other 3 sets with that higher weight, are you writing down the lesser weight or are you writing down the higher weight? For me, I'm writing down the higher weight, obviously, because it gives me a gauge on my next lift, kind of maybe what to start with, and but also the tracking of the progress. And so I used to not sit there and write it down, but there's a lot of things since I got back into the gym that I wish I would have done from the beginning. One of those is definitely my weight and capturing that on video and tape at that time. How many inches I was in my waist and how much I was lifting at that time. And it's not because I feel like it's more so just I guess just, oh man, I wonder what I started at kind of thing. That's all it really comes down to. So but I'm just curious as far as what you guys would typically do. For me, I like to, write down that larger weight just so, again, I could see what my progress is, kind of week over week. I know it's going to be incremental gains. And so my focus isn't necessarily just putting up a bunch of weight. My focus is calories burned, getting a good workout in. But there is that little bit of ego in me that I want to be able to get a decent amount of weight up. But I'm never going to sacrifice that over form, and the bigger goal here is not to become a power lifter. My goal is to lose weight, have a decent physique, and live a healthier lifestyle. So, but a couple things going on today, guys. I'm going to be headed over to the car wash, going to wash my car. I have a few other errands. And so it's your typical 9 to 5 Saturday, get your errands done. I'm gonna go here and chop up these tree trunks. I'm not looking forward to the cardio, to be honest with you. I'm gonna burn about 400 to 450 calories today. I didn't eat this morning, so it's gonna be fasted, the leg workout and cardio, but I ate late last night, late-ish, and I feel like, some of that's gonna be carrying over to the workout, so I feel pretty good about it. I feel like it's gonna be a good workout. Reason why I don't feel like doing the cardio is just I know my legs are going to be spent afterwards. And with do you guys do cardio after leg day? It's definitely going to be a Bambi type of feeling after this workout, but that's the point of it. Let's go chop up these tree trunks. All right, big man, let's go ahead and put these legs to work. So let's get into the most unflattering position first. But leg day, as you guys know, is always going to start off with the abductor and adductor machines. I feel like I always want to get tongue-tied with those both. Now, I'm going for 3 sets ranging from 12 to 20 reps. 15 to 20 reps. And as always, I don't like to go into any work-in set cold. And if you don't know what I mean by work-in set, is like, your basic set with the weight that you plan on doing. And first, I always do a few warm-up sets, just depending on how I'm feeling. It might be 1 warm-up, it might be 3, just depending on how I'm feeling that day. So here I am getting in my work-in sets, and One thing I'll say about this particular gym and location is there's only one of each, and I know that this isn't the most popular machine, but when it's busy and there might be a crowd of people, you'll have one or two people that's in the same group and they're using the machine each. Me personally, if I'm with people, I will use one machine and then we'll kind of cycle out, and you have people that kind of just, take both machines and, just sit there and talk. But hey, end of my rant, anyways. But point of doing these is I really want to continue to build up my hips, build up my glutes, and I feel like the more and more that I've actually integrated them over the last few months, I can start to feel more of a mind muscle connection within my hips and my glutes, as funny as that may sound. Now, versus going straight into the squats, I decided to go into calf raises. And I don't use this machine too often. I use another one. It's either standing or it's another seated where I'm kind of pushing away, as you guys may have seen in my previous videos. And so I do like this machine. I feel like it's actually heavier for some reason between the weight of the machine itself and the plate. I'm just doing a quick warm-up set here. The range is 3 sets ranging from 15 to 20 reps again. I like to keep the rep range on my calves pretty high, just because I really want to put some tension on the calves and really put them to work. I'm not going to sit here and say it's a weak point of mine because I'm not a bodybuilder, but I want to maximize kind of that time under tension and really build out those calves. But with that, I'm going to move on to squats here in just a minute, and I'm just kind of thinking like, what's the thoughts on the new headband? I like the look, but I also don't want to be the guy in the gym that's kind of doing the most. So leave your comments and the thoughts on the whole like tie behind the head kind of this Nike look here. So, but one thing I do want to mention is that the shoes I'm wearing are it's Nike. I'll leave it. I'll leave it in the comments section. But I love these shoes. What is it? Nike. Vamaros, I believe it is. Anyways, I'm messing that up. And so let's get on to these squats. Now, I'm going to do a couple warm-up sets. I believe I got in 2 or 3 warm-up sets for about 10 to 12 reps each. And I'm really trying to nail down my form before I put any kind of heavy weight on here. And I'm going to put one plate on each side, 145. And I'm already a guy that's 300 pounds. So as I'm squatting, I'm trying to make sure I get to 90 degrees, or was it 45, 90, right? Put parallel. And then at some point I'll get below that depth. But my goal is to get to the proper depth, keep my form down, and then really put some tension on those quads. And that was really my main focus for today, is really to start pumping some of that, put a little bit of pressure on the quads. And so I mentioned in my previous videos before that I like to keep my leg spacing about shoulder length or maybe a little bit less, kind of like a Platts version types of squats. I don't do sumo or wide stance. I just want to really focus on the quads when I'm doing squats. So again, the set here is 3 sets ranging from 6 to 8 reps. I think I might do 9 by mistake, but 6 to 8 reps because I am trying to, again, fill out. And then I could have added some weight, to be honest with you. So versus I actually ended up doing 4 sets, not 3. So that's my mistake. And because I wasn't doing as much weight, I wanted to go ahead and increase the volume there. And so now I'm going to go ahead and move over into machine quad extensions. Now, what I'm doing here is actually drop sets. And so if you're not familiar with drop sets, man, I'm telling you, you're definitely going to be wobbly a little bit after this, and the legs are going to kind of feeling it. And so what you do is and what I'm doing is 3 sets, 12 to 15 repetitions. And so it is starting at one weight, knock out your 12 to 15, lower the weight. I'm lowering it by 2 plates, knock out another 12 to 15, and then you drop it again. Hence the drop set. And I do this 3 times. Again, I went ahead and again 3 sets. So 3 sets, and I'm doing this dropping and dropping. So I'm doing 3 separate drop sets. Hopefully that makes sense. And I'm really putting some pressure on my quads, and I still feel it. And but I wanted to just get a nice, good workout within the quads. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is the same thing on the seated leg curls. Again, I really wanted to put some volume. I feel good, was focused, really wanted to get in a good leg day, so I wanted to get in some drop sets. I don't always do these. I'll do them every once in a while. Obviously, I mean, the drop sets in and of itself, I'm always doing extensions or leg curls, but today was kind of feeling it, and I'm glad that I did do it because put a lot of pressure on those legs. And so I wanted to go ahead and finish off the movements with some lunges. These are just some simple body weight lunges. And I'm telling you, like, I was feeling it. It was tough. Did 3 sets, 20 steps each way. And my quads and calves and hamstrings and glutes were burning. And so it's a good finisher to my workout. Did I want to do them? Absolutely not. But I, in some low-key form or fashion, for whatever reason, I like doing them just as a good finisher to my leg day. Tired. The original plan was to detail the car myself. I have all the detailing stuff in my car. Man, I like to do it myself every once in a while, just get in the gristle. But man, after that leg workout, I'm like, nah, let me go ahead and get it detailed. And I have a membership at this spot, and so I like to kind of switch it up, have them detail it or me detail it myself. I just like the convenience of being able to kind of go whenever I want. And you know, it's Arizona weather. Your car gets super dusty, but there was a spot in the front of my car. It looks like, I don't know what it is. It almost looked like blood, but it wasn't, obviously. And so all week while I'm at work, it's just kind of getting baked on there. And I probably could have went out and washed off or whatever, but as I'm getting in and out of my car, I'm not really thinking about it. And so my goal was, when I left the gym, is, you know, wash my car myself, make sure it gets off, which they did a fantastic job with getting it off. And you know, with as hot as it is, I'm extremely appreciative of the fact that they're out there busting their butt to detail the cars and everything. So always make sure you tip. So I'm about to hit up the wife and see where she's at, and I'm trying to decipher whether if I want to go to Best Buy right now or later. It's funny because when I was in the gym, I bought these battery packs for my GoPro, and as I put in the backup battery pack, because my battery was dying, it shot me an alert and was like, please use like official GoPro 360 batteries if you want to optimize your life length. And I just kind of felt, you know, a little called out. Don't get these cheap Amazon batteries. And it did its job, it did what it was supposed to do, but it's just funny how electronics will pick up whether if you're using their official product or not. So I was like, all right, cool. So I need to get a memory card for my GoPro, and I'm contemplating whether if I want to just go ahead and break down and get a new watch, trying to decipher on that. But the thing is that what I'm trying to debate on is, when we go to the movies later, we're gonna bypass or pass by the Best Buy that I want to go to, which means on the way out after the movies I could stop by there. But do I just do it now and get it out of the way, because the wife might need to pick up something? So I'm gonna call her and see if she needs to get anything from Best Buy, and I'll make my decision then. But yeah, car's detailed, feeling good about it, smells good. What's your guys' favorite car scent? Mine's is new car smell, but also, what is it? Black ice. Black ice is mine. Cherry and all that stuff smells good, but it goes away too quickly. Black ice, that's my jam right there. All right, so just left at a Best Buy. Wife didn't need anything. Show you what I got if you want to know. Again, I did get a new, I don't know why when I first got the GoPro, I got like what seems to be like the lowest of the low memory cards. So I went and got another one. Nothing crazy, 256 gig. It's only 35 bucks. Again, I didn't invest in something that's 600 or 700. Like, I'm not an athlete out here that is just filming things, a bunch of things at one time. So I wanted to get this today and make sure that I just have enough memory to do what I need to do and for the videos. And so make sure you guys get the content that you want to watch. Corny. Anyways, all right. I went ahead and did it. I got a new watch. And like, I don't know why, but even now I'm like, man, I shouldn't. Like, I have the money. It's not, you know, it is what I just, again, cheap about things. So this, what was this? What kind of phone or what? Let me see what the old phone was. Let me look in the app. I think it was a Samsung Galaxy Active 2, but let me verify that. Yeah, Samsung, yeah, Galaxy Watch Active 2 is what this is. Again, I mean, I've had this 4 years, 5 years, it seemed, I believe. And like for the first 2, I really didn't even wear it. I just, not a person that puts on like jewelry, watches, things like that, but been really into it the last, let's say 2 or 3 years, and especially with working out and all that. You know, again, wife dropped it right here and then cracked it, and I've just been rocking it out literally like the last like 3 months, 4 months with this split on the front of it. And honestly, like, it sounds very like I could still use this at the gym if I want to, but I don't want to be at work and in important meetings and all that and I have a cracked watch. There's other watches that, yeah, that I have for work that are more formal, but I don't always want to wear a formal watch. I want to have a smart watch. I like to track my steps, all that stuff. And so, you know, perception is reality. If I'm looking to continue to progress in my career, sometimes you have to, I guess, have the look, which that's not going to make or break your success. But, you know, I don't want to, again, be in important meetings and I'm sitting there and, you know, I have a cracked watch. You know, let me just do all that. And plus, honestly, with the new technology, with all the watches, I want to see what it's about and see what the benefits are. So I went ahead and got the Samsung Galaxy Watch 8. So I'm going to go home and kind of play with it a little bit before we head out to the movies, but I'm super excited about this. I went ahead and, do I want to unbox it now or check it out later? I'm going to wait till a little bit later so that way I can actually get everything up and going. But it is the black, but for me it's more of a graphite wristwatch or color, and so super excited about it. I'm gonna go ahead and get on the road. I see there's a Jamba Juice right there, so I'm gonna stop and get me a Jamba Juice. I'm not really sure what I want to get yet, but I'm super excited to get the watch. I'm glad I got the memory card. I only want my videos to get better. I don't want there to be any interruptions. I'm feeling good. Let's get on the road. All right, guys, so wife and I just got out of seeing Weapons. What do you think? I'll go ahead and drive.
It was good. It was a really good movie. It had a lot of jump scares, and like, I'm not a jump scare person, but I'm sorry, I don't really get scared or jump easily from movies, and like, I was jumping throughout the movie multiple times. It was bad. It was
really, like, they did a really good job with, to her point, I mean, just instant cuts that made you jump. And at one point, I mean, I gotta like, I'll jump and she'll laugh at me. She does, like she said, she doesn't ever jump. And like near the beginning of the, at what point it was a scare, and she like shook up, and I couldn't help but just like giggle, because I've never seen her, I don't think since we've been together, seen you jump like that. And so she was ready for the rest of the movie. But even then, even though you know something may be coming, they did a good job where you really didn't know. And so for me, well, first of all, the theater was packed more than I've seen. Like, we go to the movies fairly frequently, I'd say, and it was nice to see the movie was pretty packed. And so like, for me, it was, I would say, one of the better scary movies I've seen in a while. And it was funny too, not like comically funny, but just like
Well, it's the guy who did Barbarian, and so his movies always kind of have that like comic relief in it, or to it.
And it was gory, like, oh, would you say gory like the right way to put it? Like the fact and how they're like how the people were killed, and
Yeah.
we're not really gonna give anything away like that, but it's definitely worth seeing. I would recommend it. I mean, if I'm gonna rate the movie, like 10, like from a scary perspective, or because what
You did a 10?
no, say if I was gonna rate it at a 10.
The only thing that I think maybe was kind of like bad about the movie is how long it was.
It's 7:12 right now. The movie.
I'm just gonna look at the runtime.
Yeah. But the actors, the kids, like everybody did a phenomenal. Like it was go time the entire movie, and it had some parts where it kind of settled down, and they did a really good job.
2 hours 8 minutes, so I mean that's standard. It seemed like it was pretty long.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it definitely felt longer, but I think the reason for that being, in my opinion, is they did a good job with like telling different perspectives of the story throughout the movie. And so because you know you were going to kind of get to a finish line at some point with all the stories, it felt like maybe it was longer than what it was.
Yeah, I think it was definitely because of how they told the story.
Josh Brolin was Josh Brolin. He was very Brolin-y. The main actress, she did a good job, and overall I think it was a good movie. But if I give it just out of that genre, like out of 10,
Julia Garner, Silver Surfer.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I think I would give it like an 8.
Yeah.
I think I would give it like an 8 because it's legit. It's legit makes you jump. There's a little bit of a, how can I say it without kind of giving away like the hoodoo?
I mean, you said hoodoo.
Yeah. So it's not just your slasher, somebody's picking up a knife, and like it's not obvious as far as like what's going on initially at the beginning of the movie, and then once you kind of find out what's going on, it's not like it's a good build. It's a really good build, really good movie. Definitely recommend you guys checking it out. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap everything up here. We're on the road to 200 subscribers. I appreciate everybody that's checked out the videos so far and checked out the channel. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.